One here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, just free picks. Just keep rolling right along. Of course, Saturday we got MLB and we have the NBA Finals. So definitely a lot to talk about here. It's Christmas in July. Guys are running specials. I'll be having specials starting on Monday. Gonna do, if you're considering buying the VIP, and I'll say this again, this is the time to do it, even though it's a slower time of year, because the offers, I'm gonna make offers for VIP members and offers for regular, viewers, and the offers for the VIP members will more than pay for a year of your VIP membership if you take advantage of all of them. I think for all the guys too. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, not a great restart for baseball for me. I got caught in the pitching change, COVID, all this other stuff. Who even remembered there was COVID? But all of a sudden it pops its ugly head again. But it happened.
Figured we were done with that.
And I thought we were done too.
Mm-hmm.
It's, it's just something we're going to have to live with.
It's only one game, but not them all. So, thankfully, it's only one. Be a few isolated incidents as we roll along, I think. But
yeah, well, when you end up with Chichi Gonzalez as your starting pitcher and one of your premium picks, that's an issue.
That sucks.
It sucks. It was like I mean, my bet got no action. So I had a monster day betting. I hit my parlay on the show, which was big. It's like plus 1,000. It was 2 alternate run lines, right? Plus a dog. It's big. Oh well, happens. Those of you that took advantage of Rod's $25 for 3 days, you just got off to a nice hot start there.
Off to a nice start, yeah.
Yep.
Keep going today.
That should cover the full 3 days right there. Alternate run line there. But every day is independent, kind of like the roll of the dice, right? Every day is independent of one another. What happened yesterday, not always relevant to what happened today. 162-game baseball schedule. Teams, very best teams lose. And teams lose 24-8. Win the next day. Happens all the time. All the time. Not a rare thing. I love the YouTube comments of people talking about yesterday. Those are the ones.
They beat them 30-1. They
yesterday.
Can't win.
Yesterday. It's not football. It's not like football, right? Where it's like whatever. Baseball. It's like each day is truly independent of one another.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing though. If the Dolphins lost 30-0 to the Patriots in New England, I would take them in Miami probably.
But that's a different thing because that's a rivalry. But there's also other ones in football where it's kind of like, Vanderbilt, didn't score a touchdown in an SEC game in 4 weeks in a row. I didn't necessarily like them in Alabama in Week 5 either. It's I don't like the chance. The best was there was no, the best trend of the year was the Kentucky at Alabama game, which. That was
but Alabama gets up 28-0, then they pull their starters, and
and they scored 70. They pulled their starters and scored 70. They scored a touchdown with a minute and a half left to go in the game, and were ass slapping like they had just pulled it out in overtime.
I like Kentucky.
Nick Saban staring in the crowd for empty seats.
Yeah. Wow.
Tell Nick Saban to change the
Johnny Fish cake out.
A couple times. Anyways, giving people a couple minutes to join us.
I'm still crying about Kentucky.
Yeah, we when you have a guaranteed package, you automatically get a credit back in your account. Is the way that it works. If the package doesn't return a profit, if you bought the guaranteed option, we have that option on the site. for every single package, every single daily package and pick package that you buy. It's not available for the extended packages because those packages are already deeply discounted. But if you bought a daily package and it did not return a profit, and you bought the guaranteed option, which is very clearly offered for $20, you would get that full credit back in your account. And if you ever have a problem with any package you buy, if you email me, Mitch@pickdogs.com, I don't think anyone's ever been a dissatisfied customer. But anyways, we go to the NBA Finals. I love the Phoenix Suns here. The home teams have dominated every game. They've covered every single game. And I don't see any reason why that doesn't happen here. I think the Bucks got kind of lucky, got away with one in game 4. I think the Suns feel the same way. Booker got in foul trouble there, and that was pretty much the difference in the game. He doesn't get in foul trouble. Well, they win by probably 15 points. And I think probably see the same thing here. I'm sure not everybody agrees with me, but that's okay. And that's why we have 4 different people here. But this one is just, I don't know, the home teams have absolutely killed it. The line movement is clearly showing going higher and higher. I think this thing goes to 5.5, 6, maybe even by game time. Moving very quickly. It opened at 3.5. We're seeing a lot of 4.5s on the board now. It was 3.5, 4 when I did my video yesterday. So just a lot of pressure here. The -4s, a lot is -115s and -120s to go with those. So just a lot of money here coming in on the Phoenix Suns. And, while the sample I'm looking at doesn't reflect that, that just shows how incorrect. Well, it does show it, actually. It just shows that the world here is on the Phoenix Suns. Both bets, money, everything. And just all for good reason. Milwaukee doesn't have any momentum going into tonight because they haven't won a game in Phoenix. And matter of fact, they haven't even been close. And the Phoenix Suns, you know how many times they've lost more than 2 games in a row this season? So there you go. I love the Suns tonight, and I would say unload on it.
But you agree it's going to go 7 now, most likely.
Probably will go 7 because no one seems to be able to snag a road game, So, I mean, probably does go 7, but I don't see how Milwaukee wins tonight or covers or comes remotely close. Of course, I'll be on at halftime, and if I'm wrong, I always admit it that I'm wrong. Some guy said this guy's going to be wrong and he's going to delete his video. It's like, what? It's like, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, so here's some quick math for you. Okay, in a regular Major League Baseball season, there's 2,600 games. Okay, 2,600 games in a regular season. Go back and count. You can go back and count how many games that have been played and how many videos are there. Same thing with the NBA season. You can go back and count, right? 82 games in an NBA season per team. Go back and count all of the NBA videos that are on the site for this past season, including the playoff games. Go back and count them. That's how many videos you'll see that were deleted. How are the books begging you to take Phoenix? It doesn't even make sense. By raising the line from 3.5 to 4.5 and putting -120 on it, I don't see that begging you to take Phoenix. I think that's the opposite, is that they're begging for Milwaukee money. They're pushing the line higher and higher. That's generally why lines move up, to try and get action on the other side. They're begging for Milwaukee money because they have a huge exposure here on the Suns.
I only see the line moving 0.5 point.
It opened at 3.5. It's 4.5.
Well,
that's
my
4.5.
book.
4.5, but 4.5 minus 3.5 is 1, right?
-112 and +4 is what I see from my book. But I see
4.5s at I see 4.5 at Sugar House. I see 4.5 at Heritage.
I think the best thing to do is to wait if you want to take the Bucks, and if you want the Suns to get in now. Yeah.
I think it's the other way around. If you want the Suns, you got to get them now because this line's going.
That's 5. What I said. If you want the Suns, bet them now. If you want the Bucks, wait until later.
Yep, you'll get 5 and change.
I don't see it going past 4.5. But you were right the other day. It did pop to 5, I believe, and then it went down a little bit when you said it would go to 5.
Yep. One thing's going to happen. One team will win and one team unless it lands on 4, then it's all just it never happened. I would love to see an announcer say, like, when it lands on the number, one time it's like, what the hell are we going to do now? let's have overtime. Wait a minute, but the Suns clearly won by 4. I know, but it's a push, so we got to do something. I think sometimes the books are they benefit by the push, by not having to pay it out. So
well, some guys bought lines up or down.
It's small compared to the overall scheme of things.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one, Brian?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to go right back to the well. I think I've cashed the under in the last 2 games, and I think you're only going to see the defense tighten up. I believe I said first 105 would win the last game. I think that holds true again tonight. First team to 105 is going to win this game. I think you're going to see tremendous defense on both sides. So I'm going to take the under 218.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I like the under in this one. I mean, you look at the last game, we know the Phoenix Suns are one of, if not the fastest team in the NBA, and the Bucks were able to hold them to 0 fast break points in the last game. Both teams are defending the perimeter really, really well, and I just think points are going to be hard to come by. You got 2 good rebounding teams, especially Milwaukee, on the defensive glass. And I think this is going to be another battle defensively. Defense wins championships, and we're down the stretch, so I think we see another under.
And I'm going to go totally opposite. I'm going to take the over. The first 2 games of this series, we've seen the over hit in Phoenix. We've seen higher scoring pace. As we know, the Suns are going to shoot better. Bucks didn't shoot so good in the first quarter of last game, and you see where the total ended up. We just went under the total in that one. You look, Bucks 4-0 to the over. Their last 4 is a dog. 4-0 to the over. Their last 4 on the road. Suns 8-2 to the over on Saturday. So they're also 25-10 to the over. Their last 35 is a favorite. I like the over. I think we see a higher scoring game like we did in game 1 and 2 in Phoenix. Give me the over 218. 218.5, wherever you get it. Try to get to 218.
All right. Brian, what are you selling today? Anything?
Well, I got 3 plays, 2 baseball, 1 NBA off a winning day yesterday, but my best bet's my NBA. It's my NBA Finals Game of the Year. Get it for $30 at bigdogs.com. It's one of those plays. It's a layup, slam dunk, easy win.
For me, I also have a 3-pack, 2 MLB, and my NBA play of the day. Looking for a nice winning day on Saturday, $29.95 at Pick Dogs Premium.
For me, I got a nice 3-pack as well. 2 MLB and my NBA Game of the Year. I absolutely love this game. Jump aboard. Sensational Saturday triple. Get it over at Pick Dogs Premium.
All right. Got a lot of specials coming up for the end of the month. A lot of cappers are getting involved, so just take a look around. I know Chris Ruffalo emailed me yesterday saying let's do something. I have no idea what he decided on. Struggle to figure it out.
Happy birthday special for Chris Ruffalo.
I struggle figuring out what Ruffalo is trying to say sometimes, but figure it out. A bit of coaching, maybe there is a point somewhere in there. Anyways, I promise you this much, that the package reduction prices that I offer the VIP members on the longer term packages, I think I'm going to do a football package, an all football, a college football, and I think I'm going to do an all football, college football, and then my yearly package, I'm going to run deep discounts on those for the VIP members. I'll also run discounts for everybody, but I want to make sure that it pays for the several months of VIP membership to make it worth it, right? anyways, I appreciate everybody that joins our site and that subscribes and hits the like button. We crossed 50,000 subscribers. That's all you guys. I can only subscribe once, so one of them is me. But the other 49,999 are all you guys. Well, maybe 3 of them are these guys, but 49,996 of them are you guys. But we're nowhere near our goal, 10 million. So we're just getting started. You guys can see. Hopefully, you got a chance to see today's videos. I think these are the best ones I've ever done as far as production quality. Every day, I try and get a little better. I always say when it comes to things like YouTube, like our websites and things like that, and the websites right now, I'd say are a little bit of disrepair as we head into football season, but we'll be locked and loaded and ready with so I'm telling you, we're going to have the best websites on the internet when it comes to sports betting. And with all the new stuff that we're going to have. But, the YouTube videos, it's like you look at my YouTube videos now and you look at them from 6 months ago from when I was doing them right here, with just the team logos on the screen, right? And then having to look down and doing the switcher, of all the different things right in front of me here. You look at those compared to the ones, that are on there for today, and it's night and day. I always say if you're going to do something, good enough is never good enough. And these are struggles I've had with, my old business partner and other people where it's like, oh, it's working. Why would you change it? Because it's not how I'm wired. And it's like, if I'm not embarrassed by what I was doing 6 months ago from something I can absolutely control, well, then I'm not doing it right. Then I'm not in, I don't want to do it at all. If I can't look back 6 months ago and say, man, I'm embarrassed at the way that this looks, not doing it right. And I think when it comes to our video production, I think we've done that. I think this show is next. And I don't mean like the content, I just mean the overall production quality. And I have something in place that we're going to switch to an outside production company to do the show. And then this way when I'm doing the customer service and things like that, the other guys will be on the screen and only them will be on the screen. Things like normal stuff. But I don't know. Just pretty excited about the future. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Except Brian. Anyways.
Don't pick on Brian.
Except Brian and Ruffalo. Ron, what's the longest you've ever waited to send Tony T your picks for the drive-thru?
I usually get them in early.
How long have you? What's the longest you ever hung them out to dry on your pick?
Yeah, like 3:30.
You ever get the email saying, "Hey, I need your pick"? Ron?
No.
No.
I try to put myself in his shoes.
Me and Rod have a contest, how close we can cut it. It's like, damn it, where's Rod's pick? Brian likes to get his in early because he wants to make sure that no one else steals his pick.
No, it's because I forget stuff and I like to get it done early. I don't care if anybody steals my pick. My memory failed.
All right, let's look at today's Major League Baseball schedule. I think the White Sox still haven't hit a ball out of the infield. McCullers, I got to say, I like the White Sox yesterday, and McCullers really one of the best pitching performances I've seen in quite some time. I mean, it's just dominating against a good lineup. Just couldn't hit the ball out of the infield. After the second batter of the game, I don't think they got another hit, right? It's like, man, they did not hit the ball out of the infield. It didn't matter what Cease did. They were not going to win that game. Anyways, Charlie Barnes is on the mound here for the Twins. I know that gets you excited, Brian. Against Jose Urena. He sounds like a male reproductive organ. Got Rangers versus Blue Jays in my most criticized YouTube video of the day. If Kevin Riley's asking what's our best bets for the day, Brian, you want to tell him where he can find our best bets while I'm going over the games?
Yeah, the best bets are at the pickdogs.com premium pick section. You can find 3 plays from Rod, three from all the guys. So make sure you check it out.
Or you can combo cappers together for an extended period of time. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. Anyways, Colby Allard up against Hyunjin Ryu. If you want to lay runs and odds, that's your game. You got the A's and the Indians. Frankie Montas. Minaya was originally scheduled to go there. He ended up going last night. Another pitching change game. And Alzolay and Gallen in Arizona. The D-backs fought the good fight there. They just kind of caved in at the end. I don't know. Didn't love that bullpen performance, that's for sure. And let's just go with those 4. Brian, anything in those 4 gems?
Yeah, I can't pass up on 2-1 on my money with the Texas Rangers. They got their butts kicked yesterday, but Kobe Allard doesn't have terrible numbers, and Ryu, I don't think he's a shutdown pitcher anymore. So I think that the Rangers bounce back here and get a win. And I'm going to take a shot at the Arizona Diamondbacks with Zach Gallen on the mound. I think Alzolay is starting to regress for the Cubs. I think the Diamondbacks get a W day. They hurt me yesterday.
Yeah, it's a lot to lay there with a pitcher that, generally gives up 3 to 4 runs a game, Ryu. He was strong last time out, but outside of that, I mean, it's been 3-4 runs almost every single time. Romanelli?
Yep, I totally agree. I don't think I think the Rangers is a good play just based on value. You're getting 2-1 on your money. And like Mitch said, Ryu is just not the ace that he was last year, and I don't think he warrants a minus 220 price. Blue Jays were heavier favorites earlier, but this line's just crashing down, even though the public's hammering Toronto. So I think the Rangers are a good value play. I also like the over in that Twins-Tigers game. Charlie Barnes making his MLB debut. Nothing special from him in the minors. Not a top prospect at all. Has a decent changeup, but no velocity, and has some walk issues as well. So I think the Tigers score a good amount. And then Jose Urena, oh man, he's been struggling badly. He's given up at least 4 earned in his last 5 starts, which is absurd. He's given up 9 home runs in his last 5 starts. I just think both teams are going to score plenty. You see this total at 7.5 in a 7-inning game. That's super high. I like the over. I think they'll be playing this game for quite a long time. Might not even have time for game 2.
I'm definitely with you on the over. Give me the Twins and Detroit over. Twins are 22-9-2 their last 33 road games. They're also 7-3 to the over their last 10 versus a right-handed starter. Detroit 7-2-1 their last 10 to the over, and 10-4-1 their last 15 to the over versus a team with a losing record. I'm with you. 2 awful pitchers. I think we get to 10 double digits. You can almost take an alternate over 9.5. I think we easily get to over double digits in that one. And the other play, I'm going to take Vladimir Guerrero to hit the first home run in that Blue Jays game. Kobe Allard gave up 4 home runs his last time out, and Vladimir Guerrero hits the first home run. It's a nice plus 800. Worth a little bit on that value alone, as he's on fire. So Vladimir Guerrero hit a home run, the first home run of the game, plus 800.
So for the parlay players, if you take the Texas Rangers -1, and obviously if they're going to win, they have to win by at least 1, right? -1, it pays 271 on your money. So that's better payout than a 2-team parlay against the spread, like an NBA 2-team parlay. It's a better payout than that, and you only need 1 outcome. You just need the Rangers to win. Either win or you get your money back. Plus 271. If you dig a little deeper there, which, I mean, it's Hyunjin Ryu, it's not Sandy Koufax pitching. if you dig a little deeper here on these alternate run lines, there's some massive value here. And this is one that maybe we stick in some of these as we go through the card. We start to build a parlay to see exactly. Maybe this is the home run parlay. I know a lot of people like to do these 10-team parlays and stuff, where they parlay together a bunch of favorites and get like $300. Me, it's like I'd rather stick together a couple run lines and stuff and see if, like yesterday on the show, we gave out a parlay. I think it was 3 teams. It was 10-1 on your money or better than that, right? So I think, this is one of those games that if we can get this one, this would be this would be how people say their safe bet. This is their non-safe bet, but the value is there to make up for the risk. So it's like if you went on the Rangers here and you start looking at the -1.5, you get 314 on your money. So I would say at 314 versus the -1 at +276, the -1 at 276 is a much better value than -1.5 at +314. It's just not enough there, in the differential to lay that extra half a run, which in reality is another full run, even though it's half a run on the board. But when you get a little higher, and you get to 2 runs. So it's like if you're at 1.5 at 314, when you go to 2 runs, you go to +431. So you're getting a huge payout there. So I think 2 is actually the number here. Because at 2.5, it's only 468. We can be pigs, which who hasn't done this before, right? You go to -3, it's 640, -4, 1,000, And that's really where the value stops. At 4.5, it's 1,049. That $50 when you're getting into those type of payouts is not worth the run. But the play here is the Rangers -2 at +431. $300 pays. Happens to pay $1,293. One game. Covers a lot of extra cheese on that pizza. A lot of extra cheese. So I don't know. It's just baseball's the sport more so than any of the other sports where you take shots because you get 162 games per team to do it, 2,600 games a year. So baseball is the sport where you take a shot, not play it conservatively. Even though it hasn't necessarily worked out for me 100% of the time, that's for sure. But it's weird because you look at my record on my premium picks, it hasn't been that good. But you look at my bankroll, and we've talked about this, it's way up. Way up. I got to put these picks in the as a premium selection, these type of things. The ones I'm betting, right? Anyways. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I also like Zach Gallen and the D-backs against the Cubs. I thought the Cubs kind of got lucky yesterday.
So we agree.
Got lucky late.
They got lucky. It's, it happens. D-backs bullpen just, I don't know. You don't get to 26-67 by accident. I mean, you might lose a game on an error here or there, but 26-67 is, you've really made a statement there. 26-67.
You're a seller.
They're on track. They're on track to lose 100.
I'd like to see an Orioles Diamondbacks series. Let's see who's the worst.
Some guys hold out at the open. Aaron Ray. Never even heard of him.
Diamondbacks are definitely going to lose 100. Maybe even 110.
Well, not today. Brooks Koepka hitting a shot like the lies that I get. It's like, I don't know. These guys, they always get a bad lie, and it's always like, it looks like some of the good lies that I get. Brooks Koepka's in the chest high rough. Got the Phillies and the Marlins. Vince Velasquez, a favorite here against Zach Thompson. Sounds like an author of a book, right? Got the Tigers and the Twins. Is actually, I thought it was Ober, but it's actually Kenta Maeda on them. I thought it was Peralta against Ober. Oh well, story of my life here. Then you got the Mets and the Pirates. Will Crow against Tyler McGill. One of the odd spellings of words there. Tyler not spelled like Tyler, and Miguel not spelled like Miguel. And then you got the Nationals and the Padres. I said this on the premium show. I'll repeat myself. I thought it was super respectable that the Nationals went for the 2-point conversion last night to say that they at least cared. They could have gone 24-7, but they went. Which always sounds good. It sounds cool, but 24-8. You go for the 2-point conversion, and it just shows that. Well, then you're only 2 scores down.
Mm-hmm.
You're only 2 touchdowns away from tying it up. Give yourself a chance. 24-8, 32 runs. I liked the over in that one. I think that was what I gave out in the video, was the over. Oh no, I think I might have given out the Nationals. I'm sure I got abused in the comments. I don't understand the after the fact commenters.
I knew you were wrong in that pick.
And what
Guys
pick?
at comment next day.
Oh no. It's the comments. It's like, I always wonder, because the people are not accountable. When they make comments, they don't have to be subscribers, and we don't know who they are. So it's always like, who is this person?
Right. He pops in and they tell you, I told you they were going to win yesterday.
Where exactly did you tell? I told everyone. I told everyone. Well, it's not just that. They just say after, after the fact.
Yeah. But you get all excited about it, too.
I'm going to have to text Rod later. I told you.
Oh, I did say.
No,
I did say over. I did have the over. I told my cousin the Redskins ruined my parlay. I told you.
Redskins, holy, that's a couple years ago. It's not a football team.
I added something new on my set. Show you guys. Right here.
Hmm.
Nice.
I had Hearns in that one. I had Hearns. I admit it. Anyways, Pirates against the Mets and the Nationals and the Padres. Brian? Or let's go the opposite direction. Rod?
For me, in those ones, I'm going to take the over in Marlins-Phillies game. You look, Vince Velasquez, he's given up 13 runs in his last 2 outings. And I think that's over 8 innings. So, pile of runs in that game. Marlins 4-0 to the over their last 4 games. 5-2 their last 7 versus a right-handed starter. They're also 7-2 their last 9 to the over. Phillies 9-1 to the over their last 10. Maybe a whole pile of runs in that one. Take the over, Marlins. And I know we've seen a whole pile of runs. Figure they were playing football in the Padres and National games yesterday. I think we get totally opposite of that today. Runs come at a premium in that one. Give me the under 9.5. We have a little bit of a pitcher's duel with Snell and what's his name on the mound? Corbin, that's it. I think they both have solid outings, and we get the under 9.5 in that one.
Brent Gray commented, I've been following you for a while. I'll say that your website contradicts your videos. Just letting you know. Pretty sure on the website it says, this pick is the opinion of the person writing the article. I'm pretty sure I put that in there, right? It's super clear. It's like right where it says the pick. It says that.
I think it's in a different color sometimes too, isn't it?
I think it flashes.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
2 arrows like this. Speaking of arrows, hit the thumbs up. Fonzie says.
The pick in this article is the opinion of the writer, not a pick dog site consensus.
All right. Got the fonts in there. But Our funds does it this way. Anyways. I went to the doctor yesterday. I have surgery scheduled for December 16th. I'm talking about far out, man. It's like, we don't want you to sit there and sweat it for too long. It's like, squeeze you in around December 16th. Okay.
Boy. That's a long time for me to keep bugging it. Don't worry, you'll wake up.
Don't worry.
Doesn't make you wait longer in Canada.
Rod likes that. That's like Rod was like, Rod was having surgery. I said it to him every day. He's like, I'm like, you're okay. He's like, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, don't worry, you'll wake up, man. It's like, he's like, that's not what I'm nervous about. Don't worry, man, you'll wake up. You'll wake up.
Well, for me in this time slot, I agree with Rod on that over in that Marlins-Phillies game. Vince Velasquez was actually pitching pretty well before his last two starts, and then everything came crashing down. He did pitch well against the Marlins last time he faced them, but I don't think that matters in this one. And I do think the Phillies are going to contribute offensively as well, as they do hit the ball a lot better at home than they do on the road. We've known that all year. Overall, they're 25-17 at home, and their offense has really been solid at Citizens Bank Park. So I'll take the over in that Marlins-Phillies game.
Yeah, for me in that time frame, I'm going to go with the player prop. I hit my player prop yesterday. Today's player prop is going to be Jesus Aguilar to homer against the Phillies. Pays out plus 320. It's not like Vince Velasquez doesn't give up home runs, and Aguilar has, I believe, 16 home runs on the season, so I'm going to take a crack with that.
That's your whole explanation?
I think yeah.
All right. For 4 games? Thanks, Brian.
Well, I got premium, I got stuff in that time frame.
Whatever. Anyways, I like the over in that Padres Nationals game again. Snell and Corbin. I don't think the hitting's going to stop. These teams had huge run totals last week in San Diego too. Yeah, I think the Fonz was smashing Mrs. Cunningham behind the scenes.
I bet she was too.
I don't blame the Fonz.
No, I think that's true. I think that's true. I think it's true. I don't know. I don't trust Will Crow, but I certainly don't trust the Mets. Let's stay the hell away from that thing. Got the Reds and the Brewers. Luis Castillo playing his best baseball of the season, heading into the All-Star break. Orioles and the Royals. White Sox and the Astros. And the Cardinals and the Giants back at it. Ron?
Yeah, I like the San Francisco Giants on the money line. The line looks a little square, and this is on national television, but the Giants have won these types of games all year. And the Cardinals' bats just not something I can trust, even at home. The Giants are 28-19 on the road. Anthony DeSclafani pitching a lot better than Kwon and Kim. And even though Kim's having a decent year, the Giants' bullpen's stronger. The lineup is a lot better. We know that. And the Cardinals' offense is just something I can't back right now. So I think San Francisco gets the W on the road. I also like the Cincinnati Reds on the money line at home. Yeah, these two pitchers and these two teams faced off, I believe, right before the All-Star break, and Castillo had a good start. He had a lot of walk. I think he had 6 walks in that one, but he managed to get through that game and give the Reds a good shot to win it. And Woodruff gave up 9 base hits in that one. I think the Reds' lineup is better. Obviously, we know the Brewers have the much stronger bullpen, but I think the Reds find some offense early on that carries them to a win here. So I think you're getting plus money at home with Cincinnati. I'll take that.
That's what they were saying yesterday. Anyways, I think the Brewers continue to go for revenge. Continue to pound them. Just my take. Brian?
Yeah, for me in that grouping of games, I'm going to go with the St. Louis Cardinals at home. Kim's pitched 18 innings. He's only given up 1 run over his last 3 starts. Really pitching good baseball. Cardinals are a better team at home. I think the 3 or 4 games over 500. Seems like the world's hopping up on the San Francisco Giants. And I'm going to take the Houston Astros. Just a small lead. I mean, got it done against the White Sox yesterday. I think they get another W today.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to take, in that group there, I'm going to take the Kansas City Royals. I'm going to take them on the run line. I'm even going to sprinkle a little bit on the -2.5. The Orioles have just been awful against right-handed starters. They're 18-40 their last 58 against a right-handed pitcher. Orioles have just been awful. I think the Kansas City Royals just beat up on the Orioles some more like they did yesterday. Give me the Royals the extended run line. Take them on the run -1.5 and the -2.5. We got another butt whooping in that one. And I know the Giants game, it opened at 7.5, moved up to 8. I like the under in that one. I think we got a nice pitchers duo with Desclafani and Kim. Give me the under, Giants, Cardinals. The 2 I like.
I like the White Sox on the run line here at plus 172, and I also like them at -4 at plus 500 and change. They had 3 hits total yesterday. Lance McCullers Jr. is insane to the membrane yesterday. Really one of the best pitching performances I've seen in a long time outside of a perfect game. I mean, it was a better pitching performance than you could say some perfect games have been. There was no lucky catch, no unbelievable defensive play. It was just a lot of ground balls to the shortstop. And there's nothing you can do about that. But the White Sox are, 35-16 at home this season? And they're 35-16 at home for a reason. And that's because they are really good at home. And I look for them to take out a lot of frustrations on a fastball pitcher today, not a ground ball pitcher like Lance McCullers Jr., who just had everything going for him yesterday. Look for them to just tee off on Jake Odorizzi and take out a world of frustration on him. Lucas Giolito hasn't been certainly that. If you're the opening day starter, that means you're the number 1, right? It means you're the ace of the staff, and I don't think Giolito has fit that role. But at the same time, he's not going to have to do much here. He's only going to have to really hold the Astros to 2 or 3 runs. And outside of that, I could see the White Sox going double digits here on Odorizzi and really batting around the order a couple times. I think you lay the -4 runs here at plus 504. And I think you also throw in, just a straight run line bet at plus 172. But I think we build it into our parlay both ways. Do 2 different parlays with our Texas Rangers play. You do this one with the Rangers, and now we're starting to talk some real money. If we go this one with the Rangers, I think this one's really a layup. One of the layups of layups today. So I'm probably going to go a double bet on the -1.5. I'm going to go $600 on that as opposed to my normal $300. I just think people always ask me, when do you know when to bet more? Right there. That's where. That's the easy one. What's the easy one? That's the easy one. Right there.
Yeah, but the Astros have been kicking their asses all year. They swapped my thing.
Exactly. So this is where they take out the frustration. They're not just going to sit there and let the Astros kick their teeth in every day. It's just not going to happen. Astros really aren't on paper or any other place or on the field a much better team. The games in Houston weren't ass kickings. Those games were all tight. They were all one-run games, right? They weren't like last night's game. They were all like one-run games.
That's because Carrera wasn't in those games in Houston.
Yes, he was. Oh, yes, he was.
He wasn't?
Yes, he
okay.
was.
I thought he was out.
No, he played in those games in Houston. I believe Bregman played in those games too. Anyways, I like the White Sox big here. I'm just looking for that Texas game to put it back in here so we can see what our parlays options are. It's fun doing the parlay, building the parlay, right? So if we went Texas, we said -2 was our number there, and that's now at plus 395. And we go the White Sox -1.5. That parlay pays $10, pays $123. So 300 pays $3,709.50. I like it. 10-1 on our money on a 2-team parlay. Better than 10-1. 13-1 on our money on a 2-team parlay. And one of the games is a stone cold lock. I don't know. Love it. Why not?
I don't know about absolute lock.
I'd say there's not a better value on the entire board.
That's not true.
There's not a better value on the entire board than that pick. There's not.
Maybe that's subject to opinion.
Yeah, there's only one opinion that counts when I'm speaking, and that's mine. I mean, but when you're speaking, your opinion counts, right? I mean, you don't have the sack to make those kind of bets, and that's okay. We know that you're plus 1.5 guy. We understand that. It's like we've been doing this show long enough.
Kicking the crap out of the Astros.
And Brian's always like, I would have taken the plus 1.5. And how many times have you seen me hit monster payouts when you say that? How many times? Most of the time, right? 17 out of 20. 15 out of 20 even. That's still more than pays the bills. Because that's the type of bet you only need to hit 2 out of 20, 3 out of 20. But that's my game. And I've always been good at identifying those spots. And this is one of those spots. You got a fastball pitcher on the road, hitter's ballpark all day. Yep, he's pitched well recently, Odorizzi. He's due. Get cracked. He did not pitch in that White Sox series the last time. Still Jake Odorizzi at the end of the day, right? Yankees, Red Sox. It was all Red Sox again last night. Braves, Rays, Dodgers, Rockies, Angels, Mariners. Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to borrow your White Sox thinking a little bit with this Yankees game. The Yankees been getting their ass kicked by Boston all year long, but you got Cole on the mound. He's coming off his maybe the best pitching performance we've seen all year. This is a game that he's got paid the big bucks to beat the Red Sox. So I'm going to take the Yankees today again, and I'm going to also take the Angels on the money line. You got Cobb, probably their best starter. He's no ace, but I think they had the Mariners yesterday. I'm going to switch teams and go with the Angels today.
I'm going to go with the Red Sox on the money line. Just Yankees dealing with COVID issues, and their lineup is really weak, especially at the bottom of the order. No Judge, no Urshela, and that really showed up in a big way yesterday. Given in a Montgomery start.
You think they would have made a difference?
Well, I'm saying in a Montgomery start where he only gives up, where the Red Sox only get 5 hits, 4 runs. If your Yankee lineup is the lineup we were supposed to see at the start of the season, that's a game that they can win, especially against Eduardo Rodriguez. So the lineup, and not only is it struggling without Judge and Urshela, but it's just struggling all season long. So even if Cole has another solid start, which I think he probably will, I still think the Red Sox bats are too much late in this game. So I'd take the under in the first 5 innings, and then I'd take the Red Sox for the full game. I think they win this one, a close one. And I also like the over in that Rays Braves game. We saw 13 runs between the two teams yesterday. I see plenty of runs in this one. Max Fried on the mound, struggling as of late, and that was against the Marlins and Pirates. Now you got the Tampa Bay Rays that just put up 7 on the board yesterday. On the other side, Josh Fleming pitching for the Rays. I'm not big on him because he doesn't strike out too many batters. I think the Braves will put up a few on the board as well on him in a bullpen game for the Rays, so I like the over.
I'm with you. I like the over in that one. Max Fried gives up a whole ton of runs. I think there's another one you could extend, and we can easily get into the double digits in that one and runs in that one. In this Yankees game, I'm going to take the under 8. I think runs. The Yankees with the COVID issues, I think they're having trouble to score, and Cole, I think, has a solid performance in case Boston's runs down a little. This game might not even get played. It's raining. A good chance it gets rained out, but I'm going to take the under 8. I think we have a lower scoring like we did yesterday. Give me the under 8 in that one. 2 I like.
I love the Rays again. Max Fried is the most overrated pitcher in baseball. He's up there. He's got like an ERA close to 5, 7-6 record, and I would say that if you probably faded Fried like we have all season long, I'm going to guess he's the most profitable fade in all of baseball. He's up there. Him and Luis Castillo, right, have got to be up there, but Castillo at least has won a few games recently. But when Fried, most of those losses are his gigantic favorites. And he just simply has not delivered on the mound this year. The expectations on a Max Fried are much bigger than a 4.71 ERA. He's not 7-6, he's 6-5, which, I mean, it's really not much better. He's been rocked. This is, I mean, why aren't the Braves contending? It's not just the bats. It's Max Fried hasn't delivered for them, you know, and they counted on him. They needed him with Soroka out. They needed him, you know. And, the Soroka's a guy that they've been talking about that's supposed to be, you know, and when we saw him last year, 2 years ago? He looked really good. Real good. But I don't know if he's ever coming back, right? And at this point.
Yeah, another setback.
When the guys are out for out for a prolonged period of time, you have to start to wonder, especially a pitcher, if they're ever coming back.
Yeah.
You know, kind of, who was the kid? Mark Pryor, remember him? For the Cubs? Remember him?
I worry about the same thing with Luis Severino in the Yankees.
Yep. Pitchers, it's rare that there's a Dennis Eckersley, you know. They're few and far between, you know, where they come back, reinvent themselves. I mean, that's generally what it takes. The guys that are able to do it, to make the comeback after the several setbacks on the recovery, are the guys that are able to reinvent themselves. The guys that come back and try and be the same pitcher that they were, well, it takes, that's why, you know, a guy like Dennis Eckersley kind of just, defies it all. Just a weird, right? It's like just, the guy was a fastball pitcher. He comes back, he's a junk baller, and, you know, one of the best relievers. Baseball won the World Series. He also gave up that Kirk Gibson home run. He was on the wrong side of that Kirk Gibson home run. The Oral Hershiser series. That was one of the most amazing accomplishments in the history of sports. He made one swing of the bat the entire series, Kirk Gibson. One swing is all he took the whole series. That's all he said he could do. He said when they asked him if he could come up to hit, he said, "I think I can swing the bat one time." Pretty crazy. Bob Costas, I guess, was in the dugout or in the clubhouse. And he said Gibson was like trying to warm up and was just screaming in pain. Lasorda said, "Hey, can you do it?" He said, "I think I can swing one time." Sent him up. That was it. Yeah, Eckersley was amazing. But I don't see like a lot of these young guys trying to do that. But Soroka, he's got some time. But Max Fried has been terrible. Alex Cobb's pitching today, so that means that's going to set the Angels back $500,000 for that start. think crazy. He'll go 5 innings, 100,000 an inning. It's $33,000 an out for Alex Cobb these days. It's good. Makes you feel better about paying $28 for parking. I wonder what parking is at Fenway Park these days. I know last time I was there, I think it was $60. $60. Probably still.
Man.
Well, they're probably still. They're paying David Price $15 million to not play.
Oh.
I mean, we'll give you $15 million to not play for us. Anyways, Kyle Freeland pitching today for the Rockies.
$55 if you want to park in Fenway Triangle Trilogy, which is around Fenway Park.
Near
$55.
Near
Yes.
Fenway Park.
Near
Fenway Park. Near Fenway Park. I happened to go to school right, in college. I was lucky enough to go to school right next to Fenway Park. It's pretty exciting. The Sitco sign, the famous Sitco sign, on top of the roof of the bookstore of our school. That's how close it was. We went to many, many games. We used to pay
the Brookline lot. So wherever the Brookline, 180 Brookline Avenue.
So that's not too far, because Kenmore Square is where Fenway is. So just off of Kenmore Square.
So
they had a sign.
$55. $55 gets you nice and that close.
Yeah. It's a short walk. It's a short walk. But the thing is, then you got to get out of there.
Right? They pin you in there, in the middle, and you're like, oh no, and I'm surrounded by cars, and you have to wait for everybody to get out. Been there, done that. I remember being pinned in, and 5 of us lifted up a little Toyota. We're just like, we're just going to move this car. We just moved it out of the way. You enough people, you can move a little mini car. Now we can get out. Yeah. We debated whether we were going to put it on this roof, and we were like, nah, let's just put it up right.
All right. Guess we go to the parlay time, or anything else anyone wants to say. Ron Romanelli, you got anything to say for yourself outside of your parlay?
I'm glad we made it to 50,000 subscribers, but we got a long road ahead of us to 10 million. Thank you, everybody, for your support, and it's only going to get better from here. Long road, real exciting times here at Pick Dogs.
It is exciting times. I would parlay for these nice people.
Okay. Because you guys are such nice people, I'm going to give you a 3-teamer here. I like the over in that Twins-Tigers game 1. I like the Texas Rangers on the money line. And I like the Boston Red Sox on the money line.
Say it again. Texas.
The Rangers money line, the Red Sox money line, and the over in the Twins-Tigers game 1.
Okay. Rod.
And for my parlay, we're going to take the Royals on the run line, take the Twins game 1 over, and take the Marlins and Phillies over. Parlay those 3 up. Nice parlay.
Brian.
For me, in my parlay, I'm going to go with the Yankees on the money line, Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line, and the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line.
I'll go with the Texas Rangers on the money line, plus 196, with the White Sox on the run line, plus 172. And I'm going to put that with, let's see. I'm just going to leave it with those two. Just a little 2-teamer. Just a little 2-teamer. You know what? Throwing the Diamondbacks. They're due. They're due.
That's a doggy parlay.
They're due.
White Sox.
They're due. I want to see what this gem pays. I still got my $300 2-team parlay, actually $3,709 on that 2-team parlay I had. Wow. I'm telling you, these parlays I do on the show, these things hit, man. It's like my bankrolls jamming this year. It's because of those, because my regular picks have been mediocre. This is the worst year I've ever had. Let's see. I want to just see what this thing pays real quick before I do it. So I took the Diamondbacks, put it with the White Sox minus a 1.5, and the Texas Rangers just straight up at plus 184. 3-team parlay, $10 pays $1,654. So 16 and a half times your money on that one. I actually kind of like that one. More than kind of like it. So if you're willing to go $300, it pays $4,962.90. All right. You guys talked me into it. I'm willing to do it. Maybe I'll get a new car. Couple good parlays. I don't have anywhere to put it, but I only got a 2-car garage. All right. Well, that's about it for today's show. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. We haven't shot the premium show yet, so we'll shoot that after the show and post it. Have a great day. Brian does not approve. Yeah, Brian never. See, that's the whole thing, is that when I don't approve, I say it. When Brian doesn't approve, he just makes a snarky look. He doesn't like he doesn't like the White Sox pick. I know.
Oh,
that, you know.
no, I don't.
He doesn't like
but
the White Sox.
I'm not 100% opposed to it. I'm only about
It's okay.
70%.
It's okay.
I can maybe be talking.
It's fine, Brian. We've disagreed plenty. You've won a few. I've won a lot. It's okay.
But that's not a big time me versus you disagreement.
No, it's not a big time one. Not a big time. Not a big time. I think yesterday on the disagreement plays, I think we were about 50-50. I think you guys hit the Astros over the White Sox, and I hit the Giants, right?
I just don't like the White Sox.
I think we were about even on those. Because I played, my parlay was a disagreement parlay of you guys. I played all of them, and it hit. Plus 1,000. It was the disagreement parlay. I just went against all your guys' picks on the show. But you guys killed me on the premium picks. Clobbered me. It was a beatdown. Okay. Well, that's enough of that. What are you guys doing today? Games are late today, right? I'm going to be on at halftime. The NBA game.
Nice. I'm not doing a whole lot much. It's so smoky here. It's just awful. You can't do a whole lot outside. And the air quality is not the greatest. It's just so hazy and smoky. It's like someone's having a big giant campfire, and you go outside and just big thick haze everywhere, and grasshopper infestation. It's so hot that definitely not getting SWAT mosquitoes.
You know what I did when I wasn't doing anything? You guys smashed the like button.
Make some chocolate-covered grasshoppers.
So my wife had frozen bananas in the freezer because we had so many bananas. They all came in at the same time, 4 like giant stalks of bananas. So my wife froze them all, and we had some chocolate, and I melted the chocolate. I made a double boiler, which we don't really have one, so I just made one out of a Pyrex, and melted the chocolate. I dipped the frozen banana in the chocolate and then sprinkled toasted coconut and macadamia nuts over the top of it. That was one of my activities during the day off. Hey, man. I walked the dog, so I burned it off.
Is that guy dropping his phone number in the chat?
Is that what that is?
I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I was just like, what?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was or not.
I can't tell if that's I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's the same number. Papara. I don't know what papara is.
Me neither. What is? I don't understand.
We found Sprizzy through a Google search, pretty much. I was looking for a way.
You know, when I go to there. Yeah, I guess that does have to go, right?
Yeah, I don't. Haberim Olsen papara. Alrighty.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for. Have a papara a day.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that was.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. Be sure to smash that like button. Tell your friends and family to stop by. It's a family-friendly show. I think on Tuesdays. Tuesdays. Just the rest of the day, I don't know. Rock on. Hey, if anyone has any shirts they want me to wear in the videos, email me and send me a shirt. I'll wear it in the video if it's a cool one. The thing, like I've told everyone, the reason why I don't wear the Pick Dog shirt in the videos because the green money gets messed up on the screen. But if you guys have a T-shirt or something you want me to wear in the video, or whatever, you have a suggestion, email me. And I get a lot of comments on the T-shirts that I wear. So email me what T-shirt you would like to see, or send me a shirt and I'll wear it. As long as it can't have green in it. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make it a great day.